Hello everybody, welcome back to Book Mining, and today I'm back with yet another conventional Agatha Christie book review. And yeah, you can see that I've changed my setting a bit because I wanted to just do something fun, and so yeah, I'm filming this video like literally sitting on my bed right now. I just have a ring light in front of me, you can see the reflection, and like that's about it. I just set up and I'm filming now right before you. So yeah, a conventional Agatha Christie book review, and this book I actually read a little time ago, and I don't have the crisp details of it, but I have a very solid opinion about it, and I know how I feel about it, so I can definitely give you a review of how this book actually was. The book I'm talking about is a Miss Marple case from Agatha Christie, that is The Body in the Library, and this is one of Miss Marple's earlier books because it's just the third book in the series, as you can see. So yeah, it's Body in the Library with Miss Marple, and yeah, let's talk the body in the library. Okay, so as the name suggests, there's basically a body in the library a body found in the library of the Bantries, and the Bantries are like a very respectable couple. There's Dolly Bantry, and then there's her husband, and like the body is found like she like wakes up, her maid wakes her up, and she's like, "Oh miss, there's a body in the library," and they go down there like in disbelief, and they're like shook that there's actually a body of a library of a young girl. And yeah, she's like lying there by the fireplace on the hearthrug, strangled or something, and just sitting there, and they're like so shook, like they don't know anything because of course they're a very respectable couple, and something like that really degrades one's position in society and all those stuff, and they just don't want to get into talking due to all the wrong reasons. So they're pretty shook, although they call the police and they cooperate a lot. But then Miss Mantry is very shook about it, and she needs some want to console her. Also, she needs somebody who can actually get to the bottom of this mystery. So she calls over her friend Miss Marple. And Miss Marple, because she just loves murder for some reasons, like murder is some kind of favorite feast for her. So yeah, Marple comes over because murder and Miss Marple are like go like bread and butter. So yeah, she comes over and then she starts investigating on this one. Okay, so she does her usual things, and she like goes about investigating stuff, makes conclusions, then just like all of those Miss Marple moments are there where she's like, "Oh, let me just go," and she like disappears out of nowhere without no explanation, and she's like back like, "Oh, this is the murderer," and that's about you. There's all the Miss Marple moments via her unusual gossip ways of investigation, which I absolutely adore. And now coming to the story, one thing is that in the starting there's also like a very in the very seemingly quiet village, although there moves in a film star, and he seems to be a very weird sort of guy and a weird girl, and they like are there, and they move into this village for some reason, and of course they're sure to cause gossip in the village, so they're like the headlines of gossip kind of like in the village. And what happens is that it's like the typical younger generation, which village people, the oldie folks, to hate, and they're like the ones who party all night and all that stuff. So naturally, suspicion falls about that because people think that they're not nice and all that stuff. So yeah, when the murder is committed, they are sure that there is connection. There is bound to be connection with the film company because they, it's typical old people mentality to think of. So and swing on like builds up, and there's investigations taking place in Miss Marple going here and there, although it's like not that exciting, but at the same time like excitement is one thing that really lacks in this book, and that's one reason why I did not like it that much, but it's still a very decent book. Also, some part about in the story I felt as if the solution is not gonna be like very nice, but it turned out to be very decent and very satisfactory as well, and there was the wow factor definitely. If you just like see that although the story it was not that exciting, the solution was really exciting, and it definitely had that wow factor that you want from every single Agatha Christie. It served its purpose very nicely and decently. So now coming to the final verdict, I'd say that The Body in the Library is a very solid piece from Miss Marple, definitely not one of her best ones, but it's a very solid one, and overall it was a good experience reading this one. I'll rate it like out of a 10 like about 7 or 6.75, something like 7, you can say 7 or 7.5. I think that's what I'll give this one. Maybe it's because of my memory that I read it a little while ago, but I think it is I think I'm pretty sure that I would rate this like 7 or 7.5, max to max 8, because there are definitely better books out there, but it's still a very decent book, and I definitely recommend you reading this one. Body in the Library with Marple, it is, guys. Now, before we end this video, I'd like to say that if you haven't already watched my Diary of a Wimpy Kid short on the No Brainer, which is announced, that's the 18th book for this year, 2023, of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It's releasing about 25th October as usual. So make sure you watch that. Also, I'm thinking of doing a tier list of all of the 18 books after I've read No Brainer, somewhere around November, and I'm really looking forward to that video. Make sure you post some comments, on how you feel about it. And lastly, before I conclude, I know I look like very depressed or something, but it's just a little thing. This video is basically just to unwind and just relax, because I have exams looping around, and today I gave one and I'm back, and like I have another day after tomorrow, so just like to unwind and just chillax. So yeah, a very normal review, Body in the Library. It is, I recommend this book totally. Alright, see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.